So we shall start mantra Om 3 times all together. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhanakta Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvesavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Brahmadibhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kardibhya Vansarisibhya Namo Gurubhya Sarva Plavarahitaha Pragyana Ghanaha Pradayartha Brahmevahamasmi 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 Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutramasakrito Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Iswara Gururatmete Murti Veda Vibhagini Yogadhyata Dehaya Sri Dachinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gangadavadaye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswataye Namaha. Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha. Om Klim Bhadrakali Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Hrim Namah Shivaya. Harihi Om. So, we shall start today again the Bhagavad Gita, the 15th chapter, and today the sloka number, and we are keep continuing Sri Bhagavan Vach. Actually, chapter 15 is taught by the Lord Bhagavan, and you can say Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Lord Narayan, and who have free from the Bhagaraga, Bhagadvesh is called Bhagavan, and taught the Arjuna like a common man, common persons like us. So it was a discourse between the supreme consciousness and individual consciousness, the supreme personality of the divinity, that known as Bhagavan, and Arjuna as individual consciousness, Jivatma. So it was a discourse between the supreme consciousness and Jivatma, like Arjuna, like every one of us. So you can see it was a discourse between the supreme consciousness as represents Brahman. It means Bhagavad Gita is not discourse something from the outside. It is a discussion, self-analysis by yourself. You are the supreme consciousness and you are the Jivatma. So the supreme consciousness need to realize, need to recognize, need to have illuminations. The Jivatma need to realize as well. So we don't recognize as ourselves as Jivatma due to our breaths, due to our mind, due to our senses involved with the nature and Prakriti. So therefore, there is no proper wisdom. We need the eye of wisdom, the eye of Viveka. And once you're opening, once you're awakening, the eyes of Viveka, the desking knowledge, then you can see, then you can realize, I'm the Jiva. But same, I am Jiva. This Jivatam is Jiva. And this Jiva, it does not valid for a long time. This Jiva is valid for short terms. It will die. But I am the Supreme Consciousness, the Brahman. So two things you need to realize. You have to see yourself, I'm the Brahman, I'm the absolute consciousness, Atma. All the five senses of the actions, knowledge, five pranas, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. And this is attracted for the kamana and vasanas. And that is not permanent. It is helping in order to survive, realize the supreme consciousness within ourselves and without ourselves. And that knowledge only you can obtain, you can receive when you have the viveka. When the eye of vivek, the wisdom eye. So you need the eye of wisdom. So this week, now we are going to Sutra number 9. What do they say? Statram chakya sparsanam cha rasanam ghranam evacha adhisthaya manasayam visayana pasevate. Statram chakya sparsanam cha rasanam ghranam evacha adhisthaya manasayam visayana pasevate. Today, I'm going to also follow the comments, Anubada, the comments, Bhakya of the Adiguru Shankaracharya. The Sutra number 9. The Sloka number 9, chapter 15. Statram chakya sparsanam cha. You sometimes can also repeat with me if I have Bhagavad Gita. Statram chakya sparsanam cha rasanam ghranam evacha adhisthaya manasayam visayana pasevate. Then Adiguru Shankaracharya, what they say? Statram iti, statram chakyo sparsanam cha twagindriyam rasanam jiva ghranam evacha manah cha sashtam pradekam indriyen saha adhisthaya dehastah visayan sabdadin upasevate evam dehagatam dehat. The ear, the eyes, the skin, the tongue, and the nose, as well as the mind. Resulting these, the jiva experiences objects. So what jiva experience with the mind? They call us manahasastan indriyani prakriti sthani karsa. So our mind and the five senses attract towards the Prakriti due to Kaman and Vasana. The five senses are the ear, the eyes, the skin, the tongue, and nose. This is the five senses and mind. So this is the six senses. Jiva experiences through the ear, through the eyes, through the skin, through the tongue, through the nose, and through the mind. What happens when mind and five senses, the six senses, are attracted towards Prakriti? And it attracted towards a raga and besa, kamana, vasana, and developing the good karma, the bad karma. So due to attract towards the Prakriti, then Jiva attract towards the Prakriti. It does not see the Atma. Then not possible to see also the Supreme Consciousness. Why? Because the Raha Gruhitvitan Sayati Vargandha Nivasaya. When the potent, the Jiva, the master of the psychophysical organism, move out of it, he takes the sense organs. Which sense organs? The mind and the five senses. The second line of the previous verse must be syntactically connected at the first term of verse 8. From the previous body, when the Jiva reaches out to the first one, new body, taking the sense organs with the mind and the sixth, he moves forth. Like what? Like the ear taking the scents from their abodes, flowers, etc. With sense organs are referred. So therefore, we have to understand before we study six organs, mind and five senses. That you already understood. Now the five senses: Tatra, Chakyu, Sparsana, and Rasana Bham. And that related to Tatra, the ear, Chakyu, the eye, the Sparsan, the skin, Rasanam, the tongue, nose, and to smell. Now, what they say that Sutta number 9, dwelling in the body and receptive the five sense organs, etc., the mind being the sixth, the Jiva experience objects. Jiva experience the objects. So the dwelling in the body while living it. So what happening when Jiva leave the physical body and enter into a new body? It is carries all the impressions, raga and dvesa, all the karmas, what is accumulated by the senses, by the five sense actions, five sense of the knowledge, five pranas, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, and then pancha bhutas, earth, water, air, fire, and ether elements. That is all are carried all the way to taking rebirth, the new body. Then so the sloka number 10. उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ते ज्ञानचक्षुषः. They say उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ते ज्ञानचक्षुषः. What they say that Vimudha Utkramantam Stitam Vapi. So if you have time, please read with me. It would be nice for you if you have Bhagavad Gita. Utkramantam Stitam Vapi Bhunjanam Va Gunanitam Vimudhananu Pasyante Pasyante Jnana Chakyasaha. Escape. Then what is the proper translation according to Sankara Bhashya? So first we shall go to the normal translation. The deluded do not perceive him. They say the deluded do not perceive him going out or staying or experiencing through the association with the gunas. Only those who have wisdom, I perceive him. So actually what happens, Sutta number 10, Sloka number, verses number 10. Utkramantam means on departing, sthitam while staying, vapi, gunjana va gunanitam, gunjanam, experience, gunanitam, api, when remaining identified with the gunas. Vimudaha, the deluded, not anupayanti, do not perceive him. Jnana chakshusah, those with the eyes of wisdom, pasyanti, to see. So the deluded do not recognize the spirits. What happened? So deluded means the delusion mind, the illusion mind, the mind of avidya. It does not recognize the spirit of the jiva. Does not recognize the spirit. In identification of the gunas, he tends or leaves a body or when they experience object through it, but those ended with it, the eye of wisdom to do so. So our delusion mind, the avidya mind, it does not see the spirit because it's involved with the gunas. It is involved with the rasic, tamasic and sattvic gunas. But only can see it is a jiva. It's a jiva. But this jiva means you have to also clear two things. This physical body is jiva, jivatma. And atma is something the pure consciousness. But what is happening when you are associated with the gunas, rasic, tamasic and sattvic, we don't see the difference between atma and jivatma. Understand? You don't see the jiva and atma. Body, what happening? Because we come to new body, because we don't see the atma, the supreme consciousness within, or the Brahman. You only see the jiva, nothing else. So therefore we take the rebirth. But jnana means wisdom. That means those who have eyes along with the viveka. Those who have eyes along with the viveka, the discriminant knowledge. So they can see the difference between jiva and atma. Then can see the Paramatma. So here I try to little bit speak elaborately as per the Shankara Bhasya, as per the Adiguru Shankaracharya. What he tried to comment? Utkramantam iti, utkramantam deham purbo patram parityajantam stitam vapi dehe tishtantam bhunjana va sabda discha upalabhamanam gunanitam sukha dukha mahatmya guni anna vitam anugatam sayukta mitrataha evam bhutamapi enam atyanta darshana gochara praptam imadaha दृष्टा दृष्ट विषय भोग बला कृष्ण चेतस्तया अनेकधा मूढ़ा न अनुपश्यन्ति अहो कष्टं वर्तते इति अनुकोसन्ति च भगवान् एतु पुनः प्रमाण जनित ज्ञान चकिस ते एन पश्यन्ति ज्ञान चकिसः विविक्त दृष्टयः इत्यर्थ केचित्. So this is the Sanskrit commentary. It's very interesting to listen the vibration of the Sanskrit, the meaning of the sloka number 10. Now I'm going to in English. It's very interesting that you must listen the Sanskrit and listen the vibration of the Sanskrit. That also helping you your potential energy, the potential power, the potential mind. It also help you to awakening, in order to awaken Kundalini as well. As the jiva gives up the body previously tenated, or the when it dwells their experience objects like sounds and so forth, it is in the contact with the constituents, those whose essence are pleasure, pain, and delusion. So what happens? When jiva leaves the physical body and getting new body, what happens? But jiva always carries with what? The sound, because he's experiencing the sound. And the sounds, for example, what I say before, stvatram, chakhi, sparsanam, rasanam, ghanam evacha. The jiva, it is experiencing through the ear to listening. Eye they can see, skin can feel, tongue can have the taste, and ghana, the nose can have the smell. So these are experiencing. What happening? When mind and the five senses are experiencing, they experience what? The pleasure, the pain, and also delusion as well. The illusion. So pleasure, pain, and delusion, these are experiences by the senses. So what happened? What happens? It is a fate to be perceived vividly. If the deluded fails to perceive it. What does that mean? The illusion mind, the mind and five senses are involved with the pain, pleasure, and delusions, so that it does not recognize the pure Atma, the pure consciousness, and the supreme consciousness. So they say that for their minds, the grief of varied objective experience are distracted. So the chitta, the viveka, the pure consciousness actually is distracted. The chitta is distracted by the brittis. That you will study. Chitta, britti, nirodha yoga. So brittis are occupied. Brittis are occupied by the gunas to experience pleasure, pain, and avidya, illusion, and so on. Therefore, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, they are all are engaged for the worldly objectives to fulfill, known as kamana and vasanas. Kamana means desires, vasana as well. The Lord expresses pity for their sad plights. In contrast, those who have the eye of valid knowledge, so those who have the eyes, jnana chakyu, the wisdom eye, valid knowledge, the knowledge obtained by the viveka, is called awakening of the Viveka, Chitta Suddhi. Aided by the right means knowledge, are clear-eyed, do see the Jiva. So they can see it is a Jiva. This by senses, the mind, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, all are the Jiva. It's not the pure Atma. And once you recognize it is a Jiva, not the Atma, then naturally you can see I am the Atma. Because the Jiva is not permanent, it will die. So what I am the pure Atma, the pure consciousness. That only you can recognize when you are awakening the Viveka. When you are awakening the Viveka, then you can have the real Atma Jnana. So here the Jnana Chakya, the third eye, we say Ajnan Chakra, need to open, need to awakening. We call third eye. Third eye means not here the another eye comes like this. No, it's called Jnana Chakya. So you can see with the closed eyes, with the open eyes. That means awakening of the Viveka, the discriminate knowledge. Even you are living in the subtle body, the astral body or causal body, still Jnana Chakya, through the Jnana Chakya, you can awaken the consciousness. Right? So it has to be very clear in this way. What to study? Then we have to go Sutra number 11. Yatantogena sainam pasyantatvanavastitam yatantapakritatmano nainam pasyanti chetasaham nainam pasyante chetasa. What they say? Yatantogena sainam pasyantatvanavastitam yatantapakritatmano endued with yoga. See the jiva dwelling in the inner self, but they are unpurified minds, not having mastered the inner self, fail to see despite perseverance. So let us shall go to Sutra numbers, verses number 11. So as per the Adi Guru Shankaracharya, what they try to speak, what he tried to speak. Yatantaha iti, yatantaha prayatnanam kurbantaha, yoginaha cha samahita chitaha, enam prakritam atmanam pasyanti. Ayam aham asmi iti ubalabhyate. Atmani swasyam bridham avasthitam. Yatantopi sastradi pramanai. Akritatmanam sanskritatmanah tapasa indya jayena cha duscharitat anuparataha asanta darpaha prayatnam kurbanto api na enam pasyanti. Ochetasah avivekinaha. So, ochetasah avivekinaha. So, this is the Sanskrit commentary by Adi Guru Shankaracharya, the founder of the sannyas parampara, the sannyas traditions, and who taught the pure and Advaita Vedanta on the path of Brahmajnana. And Adi Guru Shankaracharya, incarnation Lord Shiva, Brahmanishta Guru. Then perseverance, the striving hard. Sometimes we doing so much hard work, hard efforts, but we fail to reach Atma Jnana. We fail to be free from miseries and suffering, to fail to free from karmas. What happened and why it happens? This is such yogins with a constant in mind see the jiva, knowing here I am the self. The content of the knowledge takes to form, here I am. This perception occurs not having abstained from the so let us all go again, repeating this. Those who preserve elude with yoga see the jiva dwelling in the inner self, but their unpurified minds, not having mastered the inner self, fail to see despite preserved hearts. So it remains very simple. Those who have purified the mind, those who have purified the chitta by the penance, by the austerity, by the overmaster of the sense control, by the overmaster of the mind, by overmaster of the senses, the indriyas, and doing the hard tapasya, hard penance. And those who awaken the viveka, such a person can see Atma, the inner self. But the people who cannot see the Atma, the pure self, due to their carelessness, due to their own discrimination, there is no proper viveka. So they are the mindless or the undiscriminative. You see that yatantopi sastradi pramani akritatmanah asakritatmanah tapasa indriya jayenecha duscharitan anuparata. Duscharitan. The people have the not good mind, impure mind. Anuparata, asanta darpa, prayatnam kurvantopi no ena pastanti or chetasaha. Those who have no proper consciousness. Those who have a absence of awareness. Those who have unconscious. Be bekinaha. Those who have no viveka. Such a people can't see the Atma. And such a people take the rebirth. So here is the who take the rebirth? The people, the absence of viveka, the absence of morals. Those who have awakened the viveka, those who have awakened the third eye, those who have purification of the mind, those who have overmastered the self, those who have overmastered the sense, overmastered the mind. Such a people can awaken the viveka, such a person, such a yogi who working so hard. There are two kind also people working hard. Those who have doing the proper tapasya, proper penance, under guidance of the master and gurus. Those are walking the path of Sruti Jnana. Those who are properly guided by the gurus, the masters, like Arjuna. He was guided by the Lord Krishna and Bhagavan. So, you see, the Bhagavad Gita is also guided by the masters as well. when you study. And sometimes we think sometime ourselves by reading the book only can help us to get the Atmagyan or Brahmagyan. As per my understandings, I'm not agree with that. But anyway, I need master, I need gurus. I don't know you need guru or masters or not. So here Arjuna need the guru. Arjuna need master. Sri Bhagavan. So we can say name of Krishna, Rama, Narayan, and so on. So Sri Bhagavan Uvach. So here Bhagavan said to Arjuna. So two people, one person go to Atmajnana, become free. Another person again take rebirth. Jiva take rebirth. Who take rebirth? Who have absence of viveka. No viveka. Not purify the mind. Not purification of the chitta. Not complete surrender. Complete samarpanam. Bhava to the guru, to the master, to the supreme personality. So once you are completely surrendered guru, the master, naturally you can obtain the grace of the Almighty. We sometimes make all efforts. We have also guru and masters, but still we need grace. So therefore, the yogis and the such yoginis with the contracted minds, centrated minds, see the jiva, knowing here I am, the self, the content of their knowledge takes to the form. Here I am. This perception occurs in the inner self, the intellect, through striving hard, employing the means of knowledge. There are others who striving hard, employing the means of knowledge. There are others who not having mastered the inner sense or purified it by means of penance, such as sense controls. So they don't do proper tapasya, proper penance. And there is avidya. Is avidya asmita raga dvesa vinimesa klesa. So those who have avidya, asmita, raga, absence of morals. There is no awakening of the viveka. Those who have only, those who want to only find the self by the mind, by the intellect, is not possible. Such a person take rebirth again and again. And who can be free? Who should not take rebirth? The karmas under guidance of the Guru, the Master, and following the Shruti Jnana, Brahma Vidya, and taught by the Brahmanishta Gurus. There is many teachers. There are many teachers, but they cannot guide you for the Brahma Vidya. Only the Gurus who walk in the path of Brahma Vidya. Shrutigya. So therefore, in this sutra, sutra number 11, see that let awaken the viveka, let have the chitta suddhi, let recognize yourself, I am the Atma, with a hard penance. I am the self. I'm not this the body, the mind, or the senses. Then there will be no rebirth. Otherwise, we can come again and again and again. We can come again and again. So this much today I would like we can meditate 10-15 minutes today in these sutras, in these verses. So please close the eyes. I would like to meditate today. And today is very interesting that today is a very nice day for me. So today we have different level of the initiation of this Sri Vidya today. Sri Vidya Sadhana. So I feel very blessed by the grace of Parasakti, the grace of Gurus, and especially of my Guru, Swami Niranjananda from the Bihar stock here. I feel very blessed through his grace. I'm able to receive the Parasakti Vidya, very much advanced. And today the Thursday, the day of Jupiter, Guru. And same time I feel very blessed of the Lord Shiva. And thanks to Maria, Maitreyi, she predicted. So I have the special grace by our Ishtadeva. So my Ishtadeva is Lord Shiva. So I feel very blessed to receive the grace of Lord Shiva in order to walk in the path of Sri Vidyas.